Welcome, citizens of Throsha! I am Snuck, barkeep of the Hex, advocate for the champions, and your host. Thank you for your presence, those of you who are here with us in the Hex, those of you who are watching from afar from your arcane devices. Our champions have infiltrated Glemt. They are fighting their way towards the keep of the Fire Giants so that they can recover a piece of Malthior's spellbook. I don't know what they'll face, but your confidence, your presence, your love is all that they need. Are you ready to see them again? Are you ready? I believe you this time. From Clan Malthior, Jacano! From Clan Veneda, Tilly! From Clan Talum, Booball! From Clan Krieg, Take. Right. From Clan Aria, Delia! And last but not least, Galivor the Fifth.
Champions, let us reinforce your sigils. Let the quest begin.
Looking sharp, Jake. Looking sharp. How you feeling, mate? You all right? Right.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Right. Your lungs still in the same place? Right?
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
Hello, hello.
my name's Day.
It's wonderful to be here.
tell ya.
Check 1, 2.
I think
check
you already
1,
know
2.
my name.
Ball, they call him. Yes.
Champions, thank you again for lending your bravery on this quest. I call forth Krello, our arbiter.
The arcane device of justice. The arcane power cable of justice. The screen protector of justice.
Boo!
All
Boo,
right,
screen
all right.
protector
You have a
of
pocket
justice.
protector of justice, too.
I wish. I don't have pockets.
It's
Well, there's your
inconvenient.
first problem.
I've got nothing to pick.
That's a lie. I have 2 pockets.
Sir
4
Nox, should
pockets.
you say it or should I?
I'm not sure what to say.
Champions, look before you leap.
It's all right. I got you, boo-boo. I got you, boo-boo.
All right.
Solid.
Now that that's out of the way, barkeep, how are the keys?
They are so powerful.
All right. Champions, may you fly safely on the wings of Sorios. Barkeep, please unlock and open the channel.
Opening the channels.
See, you're getting better.
I taste coconut.
Champions, as you make your way back out of the cave, with your crystals now in hand, you see that the rope ladders in their singed form remain there, but you also see 2 tiny silhouettes of heads bending over. Are you all right down there?
Doing great. Got the things, thanks. How are you?
What'd you do to the ladders?
That was not us so much as the fire bat things. Thanks for telling us about them, by the way.
Oh, in all fairness, they did tell us about them.
We did tell you to be quiet.
I can't feel my leg.
That wasn't an objection. I'm just cleaning the slime off my belt.
It's a regular occurrence over.
You hear another whispered conversation from them up on top when you see another rope ladder get thrown over. Try not to ruin this one too.
Thank you.
Very good of you.
Very nice.
Thanks.
If it'd be okay, I'd just like to take a
No,
moment.
still fine.
Dig aside and say, lad, I greatly appreciate what you tried to do there, so you're a little bit worse for wear, and I'm going to produce a magical flower. This is a forget-me-not. I want you to eat it. And it's going to give him, I'm going to use a level 3 healing to give him 18 hit points back.
All right.
Yeah, like it never happened. Kind of.
Don't you throw that up.
I won't.
You should make him eat strange things.
I don't do well with eating things.
Oh. Is this something that's happened in the
18
past?
hit points to
I'm
Dick.
afraid so.
God damn it.
But it does taste really good.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
I think the fall hurt
So you are reunited
Now
with
you're
your
trying to
gnome
bring back
companions, and they say, "All right, you've got your crystals. We can go into this fire giant city now. We just need to be very careful. Do you think you can be stealthy?"
I think I can.
I'm very stealthy.
Can you?
Good.
I am not very confident.
All right. Well, and they begin to lead you in a path back around the way you came, along the edge of the volcano, leading you through crags and cracks up the volcano's side until you can see the fire giant city, the great black keep itself of Pharaohvane. They lead you up along a parapet, along a wall, so that you have a vantage point from above to a gate on the outside. Standing outside this gate are 2 fire giants
I'm still here.
guarding the way into the city.
Good thing they look so friendly. Right, and there's a bit of a ledge that we can sneak behind. Is that right?
So you are currently up, away, and hidden,
Oh.
well hidden from where they are. And your friend Jedri gestures you to follow as you begin to make your way, trying to get around them.
Are they saying anything, or are they doing anything, or just standing sentinel?
I would like you to make a perception check for me.
Right. I'm gonna open up my ears as loud as I can, clean some of the earwax out. That is a 9 plus 4 for a 13.
13. All right. You definitely can hear them speaking, but more importantly, you perceive that your friend Jedri is about to crawl into a very visible spot.
Right, I'm gonna quietly grab the back, and I'm gonna. Right, I'm gonna cast a minor illusion to. How big is this spot?
The visibility spot?
Yes.
There is a break in the stone that's at least 15 feet wide where you
15
think they
feet?
would see if you were to proceed on this path.
Right. I'm going to cast minor illusion to make it look like there is another rock face that is covering up the bits of it. Does anyone else have any illusion spells by any chance?
I have this potion that we found in the wall. Is anyone good at like Arcana? Like
I can
magic?
take a look. She can take a look.
One of us can take a look. I don't think that
I will
you
accept
should
an
take a
Arcana
look.
check to see if you can tell the nature of this potion.
I'm like decent at it. Is anyone really good?
I drink potions without thinking, so I'll take a look.
All right.
So I'm going to take the potion and just kind of give it a glance, hold it up to the light, see if I can divine what type
There's
of
something
magic
in it,
might be
too.
inside. And that is a 17 plus 5 for a 22.
You are good.
All right. Your keen insights into the arcane arts and having drank many potions without thinking, this is a potion of haste. It grants the effects of that same spell.
Those are useful.
That would have come in handy. Well,
You didn't have it until after
that's
the
true.
fact.
That's true. All right. Well,
Sweet. Okay.
That said, you have it now.
potion of haste, so it doubles your speed, gives you an extra action, and bumps your AC up by 2 for a turn.
Wow.
So just hang on to it. That will very likely come in handy.
Got it. I have to drink it to use it, right?
Yes.
So
Okay.
I trust that you've been very quiet up to this
Oh,
point.
yeah.
You also heard, with your perception check, these voices of these fire giants speaking to one another as they stand guard holding their immense swords. I feel like King Fedrus has been acting somewhat strangely lately. You didn't hear this from me, but I hear he's been planning something big for that gnome princess. Your friends Jedri and Felny look at each other with wide eyes at these words. Oh, really? What exactly is he planning? Well, I know it has to do with that spell book and the forge, if you know what I mean. There have been a lot of odd things around the fortress. When's the big event supposed to take place? What I know for certain is that it will happen when the forge is full, as well as the moon. A third fire giant walks out from the gate, this one wearing a captain's helmet. Hey, keep down, you two. We're not paying you to stand here and jab. And he walks back inside. I heard King Fedrus has been spending a lot of time in the crypts. Who hangs out with a bunch of dead kings? Hey? Keep your voices down! Bellows the voice from inside. They fall back into line.
I would like to... first, I'd like to ask my friends, do you know anything about this princess? What's going on?
That's who we're here for.
You two came alone to fetch the princess from the giants.
You're adventurers too.
You two could be heroes. Yeah,
You c-
that's right. We're real adventurers now.
Oh, we're so glad we found you. I'm going to take my mage hand. Mine doesn't have any skin. And I'm going to...
That's what you call a degloved mage hand.
That's good to know, yeah.
I'm going to take my new companion, and I'm going to throw it as far as I can, past the giants if I can. I don't know how far they are.
They're about 35-ish feet away from you. You're close enough to feel the danger of their presence, but you're hidden at the moment.
Yes, I'm definitely thinking I'm going to try and get the mage hand as close as possible and then throw it. Just past them so that they look away from us. I don't have a plan after this, so I
As
hope
she
you
does
guys
this,
do.
in the spot, I'm going to cast a minor illusion to make the sound of the chittering of some of the fire bats on the opposite side of the cavern.
All right. You extend your mage hand as far as you can, up above where they don't see this snake floating through the air, and then you hurl it to the side when it is accompanied by the sound of chittering. And the two fire giant guards turn to the side. Maybe we should check it out. Yeah, all right, fine.
What was your snake friend's name? Sorry, what was your
They take a few steps over. Their backs
Doesn't
are indeed
matter
to
now.
you.
Right. As this is happening, I wait to my friends to come along silently. So stealthily, we're going to creep along the exposed point. I'm going to go first.
All right.
Make
I
sure the coast
will
is clear.
need stealth checks from each of you.
Right.
But the pass without a trace spell cast by your companion does still last. Had he plummeted to the ground, there's a good chance he might not have been able to maintain concentration on that spell, but as such,
Luckily, yes. Right, as I creep along, that is a 6 plus 11 plus 10.
I think it's safe to say no one sees you move across.
I guess you could call me the Roctopus.
Where did Uncle Jack go?
Silly.
I don't know. It's okay.
Stealth check, please.
That would be 14 plus 5 plus 10. 19, 29.
Again.
Oh,
Oh, so stealthily.
yes.
Oh, you're good. Please move on. Stealth.
That's a 19 plus 10.
All right.
And I would like one quick thing to touch our lady dragonborn friend here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to give her resistance, which adds +2 more.
All right.
Nicely done.
Deg.
That's a 4 plus 10.
A 14. All right, Delia.
All right.
Don't come at me, bro.
That is a 10 plus 10 plus 2.
Well, it's at
But it is with
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Oh, dang it. Dang it. It's okay. It's gonna be better. Because that's an 18.
Oh, okay.
Unless
That's
the bells.
not what resistance does.
This target can add 2 to a saving throw.
This is a
Stealth is not a
check.
saving
It's
throw.
not a
It's a
saving
saving
throw.
throw.
He forgot.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Enhance ability. Advantage.
That sounds like
that's-
it would do
that's-
the trick.
Yes.
All right, we'll allow it.
All right, well, the second one was an 18, so it's the
So
10,
10 plus 10 plus 2. So a 22 on a stealth check for Delia. Look at you.
I'm so proud
Holding
of you.
as many individual links in her chainmail as she can, preventing them from chinkling as she moves cautiously across.
I've never been so silent in my life. Sir Knock can tell you.
All right, Deg, you make your way across, not calling the attention of the fire giants whose backs are to you. Well done. Well done, champions.
My dad always told me I was very good at being sneaky, and so I'm really glad that I didn't blow this for us all.
Hey, I'm proud of you. You got some rogue in you. I respect that.
Dag is crying.
That's what you throwing up from the eyes, I think, is more accurate.
Please don't phrase it that way.
You are so lucky that your mentor is so supportive of everything you do. I whispered that. I don't think it went through the channel, right? We're fine.
I really appreciate that.
There's certainly no all-seeing beings around to hear what you said. It's fine. All right. As you make your way past the fire giants, you are able to enter within the walls of this black stone city. You are in the city of the fire giants. And soon after you enter, you see an archway in a stone wall, which clearly denotes in its iconography that this is a crypt.
As soon as we get inside, I'm just gonna rest my hands on my chest and focus and try to meditate and use my divine senses to try and reach out and see if I can sense anything scary. Unless that scary thing lights up.
So what ability are you specifically using?
I am using divine sense,
Which does?
which does within 60 feet of myself, I can know the location of celestials, fiends, and undead.
Celestials, fiends, and undead.
That's a handy
All right.
skill.
You get the sense that some level of necromancy has been practiced through that crypt door. You do not necessarily sense the presence of any undead beings at the moment,
Okay.
Do
but
I
its
notice
stink is heavy in
anybody?
the air for you. Again?
Do I notice anybody as we're nearing these crypt doors? Anybody that nobody else can notice?
You, Tilly, being who you are, see standing proudly next to the door of the crypt a fire giant, standing tall, resplendent, in armor far more ornate than any of the armor you saw on the guards outside, with a look of intense disapproval and dissatisfaction. He's not looking at you, he's simply standing there.
Excuse me.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, he. Oh.
I can sense that there's some necromancy stuff going on here. I don't know if, what?
That's terrifying. Necromancy is mortifying. But there's some-
Mortifying. I see what you did there.
Hey,
Definitely meant to do that. There's a gentleman there.
I can't sense anything.
Of course you can't sense him. He's not undead. He's just dead.
One moment. I'm going to reach into the bag and pull out the crystal ball. Excuse me, Hotch, the scrumtralescent. Do you know where we are, and do you know if there are any beings in here that we should be careful of?
Hotch looks around. We are clearly inside the city of Ferrovane. I have heard the proceedings up to this point, and I must tell you that the book we are seeking at least once, was through that door.
You can sense the magic from the book.
Yes.
Are you able to track it actively?
It is difficult, but
Well-
I would say that if we would know more about the book's whereabouts, I would need to enter.
Right.
The hex.
Well, for such a powerful being as yourself, I'm sure it will be no trouble whatsoever. Thank you very much for your counsel.
You are most welcome.
Right. Is
Hey,
he...
Hutch, while you're here, I'm sorry I was rude before.
We'll see about you, dear child. We'll see.
What's that supposed to mean?
She's not that bad once you get to know her. She doesn't like a lot of people when she first meets them.
That's a valid point.
Well, I suppose on some level I can identify with that, as I'm not really fond of most people.
Right, well,
That's
once again, we are at your beck and call.
Please, we must go in the crypt.
Right, I'm going to put the crystal ball back in the bag.
Righto.
Excuse me, sir. Can you hear me?
His proud form looks down at you with a look that does not move from disdain.
I understand that you might be a little tepid to speak to somebody like me, but considering I can speak to you and I'm not dead, I would love to have this moment to talk about what you may have seen. Standing guard here, I can only assume.
I have seen blasphemy enter my house, and I will have none more of it. And he turns and walks through the wall and disappears.
Whoa.
It's a bit rude.
What was that?
Well,
He's gone. He left. He says he's seen blasphemy. I imagine it has to do with the necromancy that Delia is so worried about. I hate necromancers.
I never would have guessed.
she saw
That's
a
cool.
ghost. A
Really?
giant ghost.
Yeah, I don't know. Something. I don't know.
No, the dead should stay dead.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they shouldn't rise back up. That's morbid and it's sick.
I'm
Yeah.
glad we agree on something.
Don't you fight with maggots and dead things?
I mean, maggots are alive, mate.
You know, you throw up all the time.
Could
so
we
more than
please get moving into this crypt? I need to see what was in there.
Dude, chill.
What?
We're going.
Right,
Smile real big. Let's go.
right.
Oh, you've angered him again.
So we go through the door.
Yes, we're going to stealthily,
Don't think we've actually met
go
yet.
through
I'm
the door.
Booball. Do we just knock?
On the crystal? It's silent. There's no image to be seen,
I'm
and no
sorry.
voice
Right.
emitting from it at this point.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought that chill was like, it's a really, where I come from, it's a really like simple thing to say. We're ice dragons, so it doesn't make a big deal.
I suppose that checks out.
Anyway,
So we are going stealthily through the door.
Alrighty. You find yourself in an enormous hall.
Can I do a perception check?
You certainly may.
That's a 12 plus 4.
16. The things that stand out most quickly are the immense stone coffins scattered across the room.
Oh, that's cheerful.
They are far larger than any man would ever need, but knowing where you are, it is obvious to you this is the resting place of fire giants. But you can see from emblems that this is where the royalty is laid to rest. This is a hall where the fire giant kings are placed.
Now, my friends, maybe we ought to be a little bit careful as we go along in here. The only thing worse than fire giants are undead, zombie, gross fire giants. So I'm going to send out my mage hand to crawl around and see if there are any traps nearby.
All right, as your mage hand scurries around, it encounters scattered papers, It encounters broken bits of stone. It does not come across anything that would strike you as a trap. However, you do find, as it's scurrying around, one of these coffins has been opened.
Well, that's not good.
What he said. Are there any markings on the open coffin to denote who might be inside?
There are names of fire giant kings written in giant.
I can't read giants. They need some really big glasses.
I climb into the coffin.
You climb up the side, and as you begin to peer in and thinking about descending, before you stick your head in, you see that there is no body.
It's gone!
However, there are large chunks of ice.
But there's ice!
I want to climb up with him. I want to see what's inside.
You see that there is no body. And
He's gone.
there are large chunks of ice.
But there's ice.
I think we should all check.
That's what I said!
Should we go check too?
Should we all check?
No, it's fine. Let's keep going.
Can I pick up the ice and notice, like, do I notice anything interesting about it, like shatter patterns or magic or anything?
Can I do a nature check on the ice? Is it normal ice?
You can go ahead and do a nature check.
Oh! That's a natural 1.
Wow, it's cold!
Now, Booball, do not stick your tongue to that ice.
Okay.
Delia, you said you were investigating the ice as well?
Yes.
All right, you cast a particular spell a little bit ago. Is that still in effect? Your divine sense, I believe it was.
I do not know how long it lasts.
Is that a immediate ability that then
It's an it's
deactivates?
an ability. I'm not sure.
You
Corella was
can
not.
It's
use
new, I
it
just learned it.
5 times between rests.
Right. But it stops after I.
Oh, yeah. You checked and you're done, unless I'm wrong. But I'm
All right.
pretty sure I'm
Okay.
not.
Then in that case, Delia, beyond just picking up the ice, what are you attempting to discern, or how do you discern it?
I'm just trying to figure out, kind of similar to Bubal. I just want to know if this is like magic ice. You know what? We are just gonna. I got 5 of these, so we're gonna try sensing around this thing again.
All right, you do not sense celestials or fiends or undead.
Well, at least we know we're safe in this crypt. Can I still look at the ice and try to figure out if it's any sort of like magic ice?
Roll Arcana.
Woo! I grew up around ice, so this is my thing, right? That's a 17 plus. I think it's nothing. Straight 17.
It is magical in nature. Its
Alright.
creation was not in normal circumstance,
Okay.
which is probably indicated by where you found it.
I mean, that does
It
make
is
sense.
in a
I suppose.
volcano.
It is
Just wanted
definitely
to check.
magical.
I'm going to turn to my gnome friends and I say, do you know anything about all this?
They are wide-eyed and terrified. We don't know anything about this. We're just here to get back our sister.
Do you?
Wait a second.
Your princess?
Your
Well,
princess is your sister.
What?
Does that make
Did
you
you
princess?
say something?
No, but you sure did, little friend. Do you know anything about the ice giants and the fire giants feuding by any chance?
No. Well, I mean, they don't really get on, but they hardly ever get together. They live so far in the north.
Do you know of anyone else who would be trying to find your sister?
Well, the guards at the front gate did say that the king wanted something to do with some sort of something with the crypt and the princess. So perhaps the king has something to do with all of this.
Why
is
would-
there? May I take a look around and see if there's any?
I
first
need a
of all-
perception check from you, Tilly.
Yes. Just well, not if there's any. Well, yes, I want to check. Well,
Please.
I'm sorry.
Roll those dice.
That's a 7. That would be a 7 plus 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To see if there's any indicator of where the body went or was taken.
12. All right. You don't see anything to do with the remains of the body, but as you are one who said that you elected to peer into this stone coffin, with your 12 you see a shard of glass laying on the floor. And in that shard of glass, you see an immense, red, angry eye looking back at you.
I'm going to send me
you
mage hand down
doing
and cover
here?
up the eye.
You do so successfully. You hear the grinding of stone as the doors behind you to the crypt close.
Oh.
Good.
And beginning to
Don't like
rise up from a brazier on the far end of the room, two beings that appear to be completely made of flame rise up and begin to approach you. Champions, we're going to be entering initiative order. Sir Knock, you will have the opportunity to counsel the champions before they begin.
I think these are fire elementals, which are extremely dangerous up close. Jack and O, spellcasters, you're very effective at long range. Dag, maybe try to like help the party this time. Like do some damage.
Okay,
do
Sir
your
Knock,
job.
protection from evil and good, is that a first level or second level?
First level.
Got it. Don't leave Dag alone, please.
He needs to be doing his job. We sent him out there for a reason.
Okay.
I think you're doing just great. Just great.
All right. We'll be starting with the top of initiative order with Jacqueline.
Right. I am going to take one look at my friends and then kind of shrug a little bit and then run back behind this sarcophagus. Then I'm going to cast my doppelganger as a bonus action and have him run out towards this sarcophagus back here. And I'm going to lean out from behind cover with my short bow and take a shot at the red fire elemental right here.
All right. Were you intentionally trying to provoke an attack of opportunity or no?
No, I'm just sending him up. I didn't send him within range to
So
get
you
an
keep him
attack
out of range.
unless he's got reach. Does he have reach?
You do not see him reach to
Okay.
attack as you
Right.
keep him away.
That's fine then. Right, and then I'm going to lean out from behind cover with my short bow and take careful aim at wherever you aim on a fire elemental. And I'm going to let loose.
Ranged attack roll, please.
That is a 9 plus 8 for a 17.
17 definitely connects.
Yeah.
Damage.
That is 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Using the rest of my movement, I'm going to fall back just a bit further behind the sarcophagus.
All right. The fire elementals get their opportunity to act. So he moves right down to the party. He will attempt his touch attack against Deg,
That's okay. All right.
which is a 16, which does not connect.
Not gonna do it.
Well done, Doug.
Second touch attack against Tilly. That is a 19 to hit.
He hits.
Tilly takes 10 fire damage. Tilly, you are also on fire. If
Now
you-
she knows how the butterflies felt.
Is this karma?
If you begin your next turn on fire still, you will take additional damage.
Okay.
All right. The red fire elemental moves to take a swipe at your double and immediately dispels it.
The doppelganger, before he dispels, is going to slap himself on the keister at him and go, nah, 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 nah.
That's your prerogative. All right. He will then use the rest of his movement to come down and attack Bubal. That is a 19 to hit.
Yes!
That is 10 points of fire damage, and Bubal is on fire.
Ooh, ha! Ooh, ha!
Not in a good way.
Tilly, it is now your turn. At the beginning of your turn, you take 5 points of fire damage because you are burning.
Quite on fire, yes. All right, I don't like being on fire. Hypothetically speaking, would I count as a small campfire or something around that size?
Yes.
You could cook stuff off, yes.
Excellent. First step, I'm going to cast Misty Step. I'm going to get away from here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to keep running. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll go only 15. And then I'm going to cast Prestidigitation upon myself and snuff myself out.
All right. That will extinguish the flames immediately. Well done.
Well, thank you. Well done. Well done.
Anything else on your turn? Sir Knock.
Opening a channel to Clan Talum.
Yes. Hello?
Hello, Bubal. Sir Knock here.
Hi, yes. Hi.
I'm speaking to you because your 4th level spells can be so essential to winning this battle. With your polymorph, you could essentially take out one of these elementals altogether. And with your ice storm, you could deal massive damage to both. I think that's all I have time for.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you.
Loud and clear.
At the end of Tilly's turn, we then move to Bubal, who does take 5 points of damage as he is on fire.
And I have to use an action to put the fire out. Is that what you're saying?
Someone must use an action to put the fire out.
I think I'm gonna just let myself burn. Because I have more important things to do. And I'm gonna look at this fire elemental right in front of me. Yes. Yes, indeed. I don't like you. You set me on fire. And so I'm gonna pull out a wee little bag of shrooms. And I'm gonna chomp on some of them myself. You? And then I cast polymorph on this fire elemental in front of me.
All right, I believe he needs to make a wisdom
Wisdom.
saving throw with the DC of
16?
16. What are you attempting to turn it into?
A shrubbery!
It rolls a natural 1!
Oh, you're a wee little bush now, are ya?
Can we make a burning bush joke before he rings his bell?
I would like that.
Consider it made.
You just stay yourself rooted right there.
All right, it's not a terribly big
Don't
icon.
let it get on you close, trust me.
And then I'm going to move.
As you move away, the awakened shrubbery will take its attack of opportunity.
As you are.
It rolls a 16 to hit.
Hit, hit.
This shrubbery is mad. It does 1 point of damage
Oh.
with
and
its
breaks our big
rake
board.
attack as it scrapes your skin with a little branch. It cannot speak.
I don't think you're going to be able to make it.
I'll try.
All right, with that, anything else on your turn? I don't believe so. Deg.
So, I'm gonna look dead in the eye into this approaching fire demon looking thing, and I'm gonna pull out my sword, and I'm gonna turn my head and look at the shrubbery. And I'm gonna run at the shrubbery instead.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And I am going. No.
Deg takes an attack of opportunity.
I'm okay with
from
that.
The
If I heard it, will it change?
yellow
back?
elemental,
I didn't know that.
which rolls a natural 20. With its swirling form, it brings its flaming arm across your skin, searing you as you take 20 points of fire damage, and you are on fire.
Good. Well, I've already committed to the shrubbery plan, but I'm hearing Boo Ball yell at me, so I'm going to turn around, pull out my dagger from Jack, and I'm going to throw it back at the other one, I guess.
Make your attack roll to throw the dagger back where you were, please.
That's an 11 plus 1 from Delia.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
Wait, actually, let's
You don't have any
plus
dex?
more.
Dexterity.
Dexterity modifier.
That's dexterity modifier?
Yes.
No,
It's a
you have the
thrown
option of
dagger.
using either strength or dexterity.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
use my
good there.
strength.
That's not why I rang the bell. It's because he's next to a hostile shrubbery, which will give him disadvantage on the attack throw.
That's a real thing, yeah.
All right.
I got the Cernock stamp of approval.
That's
So
a
good to
17 the
go.
second
That's
time.
a mean shrubbery.
All
Dag,
right.
I'm so proud of you.
Your
You
first
overpowered
attack.
that shrubbery.
It does 6 damage.
It does not connect.
Oh.
Your initial attack was not enough for the dagger to stab it.
Well, then I'll pull out my hand axe and try again.
All right, with disadvantage.
That's a 17 the first time, plus 7. That's a 13 plus 7.
That will
Plus one.
connect.
Plus 1.
All right, that'll be 7 damage.
7 damage to this fire elemental. Delia.
Oh man, okay. Arbiter, I might need your help with this.
What's that?
I would like to cast protection from evil and good. I believe I cast that on an ally, correct?
I believe that's correct, unless Sir Nox says something before I look it up.
I just learned this new spell, so
It's a great spell.
It's touch range, so
Touch range?
You can either cast it on yourself or on Dag, I guess.
Or you can hold his hand.
If you want, go for it.
well, I'm definitely gonna carefully touch Dag since he's on fire now. We're gonna cast protection from evil and good, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but it should give elementals disadvantage.
You're not
on
wrong.
attacks against you. So a little globe of like snowflake-looking things kind of like fall on you for a second, but you're still on fire. So.
All right. All attacks against Deg will have disadvantage for the duration of this spell.
Well done,
Is this a
Delia.
concentration spell?
This is a concentration spell.
All right.
Don't hurt. Don't get hurt and don't hurt the shrub.
I didn't know I shouldn't hurt the shrub.
It's okay.
When I see a shrub, I just want to hit it.
What
You know,
did a
shrubs are
shrub
my
do
favorite.
to you?
Do you aspire to be a gardener?
I did before my dad told me I couldn't.
Jacquino, we're back to you at the top of the initiative order.
Right. Well, I am going to use some of my movement to go around this way. Then I'm going to use a bonus action to dash and go around this way. So I've got line of sight, and it looks like I have a friend within 5 feet of the elemental that is not currently a shrubbery.
You certainly
And
do.
I am going to take a sneak attack shot right into his gullet.
All right, make your attack roll, please.
That is a natural 1.
Oh!
Ooh.
How much damage does your attack do?
Oh dear. Well, I got some sweat in the eyes or something because that does 8 piercing damage plus 14 sneak attack damage.
So 22 points of damage to Delia.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shake it off. Shake it off. We're
Yes,
fine.
I'm very, very sorry. That's supposed to go for the nasty ones instead.
It's all right. I'll pull it out. in a
Anything
second.
else on your turn?
Feeling repentant, I'm going to cast my doppelganger right within 10 feet of me, right here. And I am going to have him charge over to the fire elemental and run past in an attempt to provoke a passing swipe. That far.
The fire elemental will take an attack of opportunity, which dispels the double. Well, Jacquino, I believe that was the end of your turn.
Yes. that was
Which
the
brings
end
us
of my turn.
to the fire elemental and his tiny green friend. That's the shrub. Okay. So the first fire elemental is going to take its multi-attack against Delia, swinging its flaming arms.
Don't come at me, bro.
It is a 22 to hit,
Dang it. I
doing 10 fire damage to Delia, and she is now on fire.
I'm an ice dragon. I don't like being on fire. This is not good.
Delia, no one likes being on fire.
I mean,
It's especially painful for me, okay?
It's going to take a step forward and take another swipe at Deg. With a 21 to hit,
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
that is 10 more points of fire damage
did
to
it take
Deg.
disadvantage on that attack?
It should take
Because it
disadvantage
should.
on that attack.
a bit better.
With a 19 to hit,
That'll do it. Yeah.
Hey,
but well remembered.
Thank you.
Delia, you lack the strength to protect your love.
Don't you tell me that, Krello.
I'm just saying the numbers are saying that.
All right.
Don't you tell me what math is telling me.
Fair enough. You've shown me.
The awakened shrub is going to move its 20 feet, which is just enough to put it in range of its
Why are you
tormentor.
following me?
Dad, do it.
Maybe it's because
Dad,
you turned it into a bush
Can
and
I
he's
do
mad.
And you're a druid.
No, I don't want to do that. Never mind. It's a shrub.
Dad,
Deg, you can't take an attack of opportunity.
I raise my sword, and then Delia hopefully will stop it.
Let's not. We're trying to be
okay.
That
impressive.
close.
Okay.
The awakened shrub rolls an 8.
No.
It rustles. It rustles at you.
Shoot.
Tilly.
Wonderful. I'm going to come forward just a little bit over here, and then I'm going to bend space and time just a little bit, just a couple of my sorcery points, so that I can cast Quicken Spell. I'll cast Prestidigitation on Dahlia, putting her fire out.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, of
All
course.
right. Well done. Dahlia's
No idea
flames
how.
are extinguished.
And then I'm going to cast Invisible Swarm on the yellow one. So I'm going to have a little bite of my butterfly eggs, which may or may not be butterfly eggs, and I'm going to raise my hand, and butterflies are going to start coming out of my jacket, and it's beautiful. It's like spring awake. It's wonderful, and they come forward. But then they take offense to the fact that he's on fire and they're not. So they're gonna and then just go straight for him.
You paint a vivid picture. All right. I believe he has to roll a saving throw.
Constitution, DC 16.
He rolls an 8.
Excellent. He fails. He takes 7 psychic damage, and he must move 5 feet away from me.
All right. He takes 7 psychic damage and is pushed back, staggering, flying at these butterflies. Tilly, anything else on your turn?
No.
Booball.
Well, it appears I should probably put this fire out that's on.
Booball takes 5 points of fire damage at the top of his turn because he is still on fire.
Oh yes, he's
So-
still on fire.
While patting out the fires on me using my action, I'm imagining that this bush is still trying to scratch me. So be it. But that's all I can really do. I will use my bonus action, though, to and make my oaken staff larger, thornier, greener. And someone's going to get a beating.
All right. Deg takes 5 points of fire damage at the top of his turn as he is on fire.
All right. Booball, you used a 4th level spell, right?
I did.
I would like to make up for the mistake I made earlier. I would like to buy Booball a 4th level spell slot back from the boon store.
Whoa. Hello?
That's 400 boons. Can I buy it for another? I don't use spells.
I need verification on this. Can he purchase a 4th level spell slot?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. All right, buy Booball his spell slot back.
Wow.
And then I am going to turn to Delia. So you think I should put myself out on fire, or should I go attack the fire guy?
I'm kind of worried about you, so maybe you should put yourself.
Okay, I'm going to stop, drop, and roll.
All right.
Moving myself there.
After that tremendous dash, it's Delia's turn.
All right, I am no longer on fire, which I'm feeling really
Correct.
good about,
Yes,
which is
that's nice.
quite nice. And we're gonna run up to it, and we are going to attack this guy. Gonna pull out my ice iron sword and be like, "You didn't see this coming."
Melee attack roll, please.
Melee attack. That's a 3 plus 8.
All right. Well, it definitely does not connect.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna, backhand, swing again. Come on, let's hear it. Yeah! There we go. You hear that die? They want you to do good. Let's do good. That was a 4. That was not much better.
Plus 8
Plus 8.
does not connect.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And there's not really much else I can do, so we're just gonna smile at this thing.
Jacquino.
Right, well, I'm feeling a little bit repentant from before, so I'm going to try really, really hard not to hit Delia this time, because I feel pretty bad about that. But I just can't resist that sweet, sweet sneak attack. So I'm going to pull out my short bow, aim again, and fire.
Make your roll.
That is a 3, so a little bit better. 3 plus 8
Does not connect.
does not connect.
In your efforts to make sure you do not hit Delia, you aim just a little wide.
That's unfortunate. Well, then I'm going to cast my doppelganger once more. I'm going to send him so he's within 10 feet, so we'll have him right there. Right. And we are going to send him between the 2 elementals, right up there.
All right, he provokes an attack of opportunity from the awakened shrub,
Oh no.
and it is dispelled.
Right, and I will end my turn there.
All right, it is the fire elemental's opportunity. The
Don't-
yellow will swing at Delia, bringing down its fiery arms onto your head.
Don't you come at me, bro.
It works again. That's a 10 to hit,
Ooh, yes! I block it with my sword.
knocking his fiery fists away as he swings side for his second.
Don't come at me, bro.
With an 11, does not connect.
I told you every time not to do it.
Nicely done.
Deflecting its fiery fist with your sword again and again.
I trained pretty
The
well.
awakened shrub performs its rake attack,
Stop it.
rolling a 19,
He's so powerful.
doing 1 damage.
Right
Now,
on my chin. Just give it to me. Right there. Just give it to me.
with
There
this
you go.
1 damage, we need you to make a concentration check to see if you can maintain polymorph.
I swear, if you drop this.
This is a
believe in you.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution? Constitution, you said.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Bursting forth from the form of this burning shrub that consumes in flame and once again becomes a fire elemental. That said, it has used its action when it was still a shrub.
Yeah.
Tilly!
All right. Well, I feel like bullying this once was shrub, so I'm going to point at it and I'm going to pull out a small piece of iron, wrap it around my knuckle, and I'm going to cast Reduce on it. It
I'm-
needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Against?
16.
It rolls a 9.
It is a little, it suddenly shrinks, all of it, everything it's holding, all of the fire, it grows tiny. Not tiny, medium, but tiny enough. And, yes,
That's so cute.
it's adorable. It is absolutely adorable. I've still got this around my finger because I'm maintaining concentration and I don't want to forget that.
Any other effect?
It does 1d4 less damage every attack while I'm maintaining concentration.
All right,
less
2 less damage. Boo ball.
Okay. Well, you came back, but you're a wee little flame now, aren't you? Okay, I'm going to have to... Am I no longer in melee range because he's shrunk down that
This
way?
is true.
Okay. Then I'm going to back up. Okay. And you know what? Why not? I'm going to pull out that fruit that I grew way back then. I don't know what it does. And I'm going to
Just
toss
know
it at
it's
him.
bad. All right.
I think this would be a dexterity. Yes?
It is. It is a ranged melee attack.
16 plus 2, 18.
That will definitely connect.
I don't know what's about to happen.
You're throwing it at the smaller.
Yes.
That's exciting.
It deals... Oh, acid. It deals 7 points of acid damage. Which it does take. It is not immune to acid. It's some rotten fruit. Anything else on your turn?
That'll be it.
Deg.
Now, guys, am I overthinking this? I'm not good at puzzles or nothing, but could we use the ice in the crypt to try to use that to kill them? Because they're weak against ice, aren't they?
It's an
not a bad
interesting
idea.
idea.
All right. I'm nowhere close. I'm nowhere close to that, so I'm just gonna run up to this guy and start beating him. That's what I'm good at. And so I'm gonna run up to him, and I'm gonna jump up in the air with my sword and bring it down on him.
All right.
That is a 2 plus 7.
9 does not connect.
All right. Then I'm going to, as I'm standing there, I'm gonna drop my blade into my other hand and slash it again.
Second attack.
That's an 11 plus 7.
That does connect. Damage.
Yeah, that'll be 8 damage.
8 damage. Deg takes 5 fire damage from making physical contact with the beast and is again on fire.
That's okay.
Delia.
Okay.
I realized that I took damage and did not make a concentration saving throw on my protection from good and evil. So perhaps
Make your concentration
that
check,
first.
please.
Oh, she's so honest.
I do
Nice, true or
belong to
false?
Arya. 'Tis my job. It's a natural 1. I would like to buy a point of inspiration
All right.
from the boon store.
Citizens of Throsha, thank you for your support. This is a prime example of how you can make a difference in our champion's success. You could be the difference between life and death.
I noticed you gave me a lot of boons, so let's use them.
Cool.
All right, let's redo that concentration-ness. That is a 17.
That will maintain concentration.
Fantastic. Okay.
All right, your turn.
Now that I've officially concentrated, let's hit this thing.
All right, swing away.
All right. Oh, that is a 14 plus 8.
Damage.
10.
10 damage to the fire elemental.
Slash.
Delia takes 5 points of fire damage and is again on fire.
Ah!
Don't forget about your divine strikes.
Yes, sir. Mr.
You don't have to use it here. Just don't forget.
I won't. I promise.
Since she took fire damage, she pass a concentration check again?
Oh,
Indeed. Roll fast.
let's go. That's a 4.
That will drop the spell concentration.
Dang
I'm
it.
afraid. All right.
All right. Well, I can still hit this thing again, so let's do that.
Second attack.
That's also a 4.
Does not connect. Bringing us back to Jacquino.
Well, I am just so curious about what the handsome young man stated earlier, so I just can't resist, and I'm going to run this way, disengage as I pass the little one. My mage hand is still present, is it not? I had to cast it earlier. All right. I'm going to send the mage hand into the open crypt, grab a chunk of ice, and attempt to ram it down the gullet of the large fire elemental right here.
All right. You just shove it in its face. All right.
Shove it right in its face.
It's going to take 8 points of damage from the ice.
All right.
Yeah!
Not a bad idea, young man. Nice.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, you've used all my movement and my bonus action, so now I will hold there.
All right. It's the fire elemental's turn. The yellow fire elemental is going to turn its attention to you, Jacquino, as you have stabbed it with something that feels particularly hurty.
Can we take opportunity attacks on him?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, yes, please do. Deg first.
That's a 1.
How much damage does your attack do, Deg?
It does 8 damage.
Maybe
That
you want
is
to buy a
8
point of
damage to
inspiration.
Delia as you swing wildly in your excitement.
I will buy a point of inspiration.
Deg will purchase a point of inspiration from the boon store. Roll again.
In my head, I picture hitting Delia, and I'm like, let's rethink about this. That's a 7 plus 7.
14 does connect.
Yeah.
Damage?
That'll be 8 damage.
8 damage. All
Thanks
right.
for not hitting me.
Yeah.
Delia, your attack of opportunity.
Okay. That is a 14 plus 8.
That connects. Damage.
That's going to be 10 damage plus a divine smite at first level. 19.
19 points of damage.
Blue light just shoots right through him. I
Delia,
am sick of fire.
as your blue light courses through it, its flame is extinguished and it perishes.
We're both on fire, but we hold hands.
Would you call that burning hands? That's a cantrip.
It's funny because that's
I don't
a
care.
spell.
I feel pretty good about what I just said.
It's Tiny's turn. He runs up to attack Jacquino. Swinging his much smaller. He's about the same size as you guys now, to be fair. He's just less imposing, but he's still being composed of flame.
It's rather troubling.
That is a 15 to hit.
That doesn't hit, little man.
I prefer this to the shrubbery.
It opens its maw wide and swings again with its other fist. Rolling a natural 20.
I will uncannily dodge to try and minimize the damage as much as possible, which is
You
probably
will
a
then
good thing.
take the standard amount of 10 damage, and you are now on fire.
Is that 8 damage because he's reduced?
It would be!
Hey, look at you.
8 damage. And you're on fire.
Would you say that I caught fire? Caught fire in VA Jam style? No? All right. 90s reference, you might not get it. I don't,
That's
would
going
not
back to the ancient tomes. All right.
I would, however, say
Tilly!
All right.
this rogue is on fire.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and withdraw my little bell and give it a little ring. And when I do, suddenly the air grows cold for just a moment before this crypt right here dislodges very slightly. And something comes crawling out of it. Skeletal hands that first inch forward before shooting out for the small one,
Yikes.
casting Grasping Dead.
Saving throw? Or range spell
Nope,
attack?
it's an attack roll. That would be a 16 plus 8, I want to say. Yes.
That will connect.
Excellent.
Damage.
Let me double check that. That would be 5 necrotic damage.
5 necrotic damage.
Yes. In addition, he must make a wisdom saving throw or take 7 psychic damage, and so must you, because it is very malicious and unsettling.
Really?
It's incredibly uncomfortable.
What kind of saving throw did you say?
Wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw.
saving throw?
DC
He
16.
definitely fails, taking 7 more psychic damage.
That's a 9 plus 1, 10.
7 psychic damage to Jacques.
I thought you were wiser than that. Oh.
So did I.
Well, that was unpleasant. Creepy undead hands.
Yes.
Okay.
It was,
But it was
Boubon.
exciting, wasn't it?
I suppose.
Are you excited?
I'm going to come up right here
creeped
behind my
out.
good friend, and I'm going to place my hand on his shoulder and say,
Oh, it's
"Be
you.
healed." And I give him back 9 hit points.
9 hit points to Jacques.
Yeah.
Now,
Which
Those-
level spell was that, Bubal?
That was Cure Wounds, level 1.
those hit points taste a little bit of oregano. Is that right? Oregano.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Thank you.
Anything else on your turn?
That'll be all.
Deg.
So I am on fire, but I am hoping we can finish this really fast. So I am going to, instead of putting myself out, move to this angle, and I'm going to pull out my hand axe and my dagger that I grabbed off the floor, and I'm going to throw them right at this little guy.
All right. Ranged attack.
That's a nat 20.
He's come around!
Damage.
And I'm 10 feet away from all my friends. And so because of that,
You are not 10 feet
I'm
away
not?
from Jacques.
dang it.
He's within 10 feet.
I thought I had swagger and I
Sorry.
did not. So that is only 14 damage.
Is that including your natural 20?
That's including the 20.
14 points of damage, which I track. I don't know why I'm pointing.
But
at
then
Bella.
I pull out my dagger from Jackano, I pull it out of my boot pocket, and I kind of have to angle it over the dead elemental,
I mean, it's
and I
It's
throw it.
extinguished.
It's not really an up angle. It's a dissipated form.
yeah.
So don't you worry, Deg. It's
There's
easy.
a lot of smoke from it, though. And I roll that, that's a 5 plus 7.
12 will not connect.
That's how it goes.
Can I try? I guess I'm not close enough. I was going to try and catch the dagger as a reaction, maybe.
I don't believe that's a rogue ability.
It's not, but I thought it would be cool if he's like, "I'll give you this back," and I'm like,
That's what I was trying to do.
Delia, I believe it's your turn.
All right. I am going to. Drosha just whispered something to me, but I didn't hear it. Well,
Hey, Delia, you should probably put out the fire.
okay,
Delia's turn.
just because Dag told me to, I am going to put out the fire that is all over me.
cool.
Yeah, and that's...
Delia takes 5 points of damage at the start
Oh,
of her
yeah, I
turn
do.
because of being on fire.
Woo, yeah, we're definitely putting this fire out right away. Not comfortable with it. And you know, we are actually just gonna stay where we are and be like, "You're doing good, Dag.
You can do it.
You can do it."
All right, anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Jacquino.
Right. I'm going to use the mage hand to put myself out. Pat, 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 pat.
All
Put
righty.
out that fire.
It is an action to put yourself out.
That's fine. All right. Then I'm going to disengage as a bonus action and use my movement to come back here.
But that's how it works. It's Tiny's turn. He steps up
We meet again.
to the man who turned him into a bush,
I
and
think
he
thinks
bellows, and his mouth glows white hot as he screams at you, and he swings. With a 22 to hit,
22.
that is 10 points of damage to
8
Bubal.
damage still, because he's tiny, yes?
8 points of damage because he's tiny.
Hooray!
But he is on fire.
Yay!
Did someone boo me for that?
What do you have against Boo
Second
Ball?
attack! Another 22.
Oh,
Doing another 8 points. But he is already on fire.
I think they were saying boo ball.
I was saying Boo.
Tilly,
All right, I'm going to come forward just a little bit, and I'm going to cast Ray of Frost again. So from the open sarcophagus, you'll see a flash of light go straight from the inside out. It's going to cascade downward upon the elemental. Spell attack.
ranged spell attack, please.
That would be a natural 20.
Tilly, finish him.
Yes!
The ice spike comes down and it collides with the elemental, and then there's just steam. There's just a big billowing steam cloud that erupts from where the ice hits the fire. And when the steam cloud dissipates, the elemental is gone.
Yeah.
It cannot even cry out as it is consumed by the ice and turns to nothing.
Pat the fire out.
It is at this point that Hotch, his voice is heard from the pouch you carry him in. The fire giant king has been very busy, trying to learn magics that he does not understand. This is sloppy, this is uneducated, but the evidence of it is everywhere. It's strange that he's even able to accomplish these things because he shouldn't have this much raw magical power. He must be getting it from something.
Do you think that he's made a deal with someone?
It's possible.
I smell a deal.
Would possession of a spellbook give him these abilities?
Oh, I'm quite confident that this has everything to do with the spellbook in question. But even then, he should not be able to channel this much raw magical power.
What about your employer or whoever is calling the shots? Because I couldn't help but notice that somebody who looked very much like you was briefly inside the coffin.
They look nothing like me.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't quite mean it like that. I'm very oblivious.
You're very handsome.
You're incredibly handsome. Whatever it was significantly less handsome than you are.
You're just saying it.
No.
No. I mean it.
Hotch, even I can confirm this, and we're not on good terms.
We're easily within the top 3 of this party.
3?
No,
In this party?
You're 1, don't worry.
Wait, 3?
Yeah. Me, you, and Hodge.
Children.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
My captors are very desirous to obtain this spell book. The fact that the Fire Giant King is keeping it would displease them greatly.
So not them is helping him out.
No.
Well, luckily you're in the presence of some people that are very good at retrieving objects such as this.
We're incredibly sneaky.
Most of us.
That is well, as I believe you will need it. But I suggest we move on. We've learned all we can here.
Right. Shall we, friends?
Before we go, is there any way I could take any of that magic ice with me?
You can certainly pick up a piece.
I will gladly pick up a piece. I like it. It burns my hands, so I'm going to put it in my pocket and hope it doesn't melt.
It's cold.
It's very cold.
And
Drop
I'll just like to test out the soil here, and I'm gonna plant another one of my seeds.
This is a very stony city, but you are able to wedge it between two of the stones down in, and you plant a seed. It is a good seed.
Ah. And I'll tuck it in my pocket.
Oh, that one was pretty. How come that one was prettier than the last one?
Mother Nature, she's fickle.
I suppose.
I just want to make sure the citizens of Throsha understand what's going on here. You see, as a druid, our friend Bubal is very connected to nature. And he carries with him a handful of magic seeds. He can plant these seeds, and in a matter of seconds, he has in his hands a magical fruit. Now, nature can be a little difficult to predict. And so he's only able to tell whether this is a good fruit that he or an ally should eat, or a bad fruit that he should throw at an enemy. Beyond that, no one can tell what will happen. Back to the hex.
Thank you, Barkeep.
I'm
You
also
have
just-
created quite a stir. The large stone doors behind you burst open as the fire giant guard enters. There are 5 of them.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make a sound behind them to try and draw their attention, and then gesture that we need to get out of here.
I also
Sneaky
was
like.
about to give myself 20 hit points from my pool of healing.
You're definitely able to give yourself 20 hit points to Delia as she casts this spell. You do cast Minor Illusion, however, they come charging into the room. They are completely focused on you, and before you have opportunity to really react, you are scooped up
Oh,
and taken.
Your hands are very warm.
excuse me.
Do not like.
You seem to have scooped us up. Could you let us?
You are conveyed away through the city as voices shout out, talking of intruders, speaking of usurpers. And you are taken to a prison cell. You are cast inside, and as the fire giants walk you in, you see flaming dogs surrounding their feet, barking excitedly.
I don't like these.
You can tell that these beasts are in the employ of the fire giants as guard dogs. However, as they leave, they kick one dog aside, which a kick from a fire giant is a very substantial thing. It is lifted from the ground
Not cool.
and thrown into a wall.
You don't kick a dog,
Who would ever?
even if it is
refuse
on fire.
It makes a terrible sound.
Poor little pooch.
I don't like that.
As the fire giant, the last fire giant, is leaving the cell, a captain comes back and says, "The 2 smallest ones are supposed to go with all the rest." And he turns back, opens the cell, and grabs your 2 gnome friends.
Oh, wait,
say,
they're with us.
"It'll be all right. We can." And their mouths are covered as they are taken away. The door is slammed again, and the fire giant eyes the dog to get out of the way as it hurriedly scrambles to the side to avoid taking another blow. I need every champion to roll me a d20. We're going to begin with Clan Malfield, down on the end.
It is a natural 20.
Tilly,
That is also a natural 20.
High five.
Mage hands.
Mage hand.
So I was a little quick and rolled. I rolled a 19, but I could do it again if
19's fine. Daggett.
That's a 1.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
Delia.
I'm so sorry.
Don't come at me, bro. That's a 12.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Delia.
Thanks.
When you were taken by the fire giants, in their hurry to throw you in the cell, Deg, your sword was taken.
Oh, no. That's all I have from my grandpa. Oh, no. He's gonna, my mom's gonna kill me. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine.
We'll get it back. It's gonna be okay.
Champions, as you sit in your cell, you can see, resting a ways away from you, is this hellhound. You also notice that in his mouth, he's holding a key. The sound of barking hellhounds is heard elsewhere in the keep, and the dog looks up and whines in a happy sort of way.
What a good pooch.
Champions, let's learn a little bit more about the Hex Challenge that lay before you.
In this challenge, you are attempting to win over the hellhound who is holding the key to your cell in its mouth. You do this in the only logical way. Each champion will be assigned a set of ears and an image of a dog. After this is done, on the screens on the back of the hex, a sequence of dog images will flash one at a time, accompanied by the sound of barks. Your objective as champions is to replicate this sequence by holding up your personal dog image at the appropriate time and barking. If you do this correctly, the hellhound will howl his approval. However, if you fail to correctly recreate the order, the hellhound will growl, signifying your failure. The first sequence will contain 6 images. Every round, 2 additional images will be added on to the sequence. This will continue for 5 rounds. To be successful, you need to accurately recreate the sequence 3 out of the 5 rounds. Beginning in the 3rd round, every round that you fail, the hellhound will grow frustrated and breathe fire, causing damage to the party. You may purchase from the Boon Store the ability to view the sequence again and repeat a round which you have already attempted.
Most noble thing we've done.
No bones about it.
They've had a rough day. Give them a break.
It's been a long one.
All right, champions. Once you have received your ears and your image,
That would be.
I'm blue.
Nice.
I know which clan is which. Don't worry, guys.
dogs are colorblind. A little sensitivity, please.
Oh.
All right.
Was he a
Wait,
dog?
okay,
in some
green is
capacity?
Talum. I
Right
got
there.
it.
Yes.
Krello will be portraying the hellhound for the purposes of
Purple.
our challenge.
There you go.
I would take
Champions, once you have your ears and image, please come over here to the front of the stage.
There we go.
You will have the opportunity to plan / huddle / scheme up together for 30 seconds how you want to approach this challenge. Now, Krello, we're going to give them space for now. But please, the 5 of you come forward. You have 30 seconds to discuss how you want to do this challenge.
Okay, team. If we can remember like 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, we can remember the order.
I think we should get in order physically.
Like,
Like
how do we know?
as we learn the order we move.
Right.
Okay.
When we see the
Start
dogs.
in 1 here.
They
1,
might
2, 3,
repeat
4,
though. It's
If
If
not
they
just-
repeat, we gotta remember it.
If we can remember, if every time you see yours, you can think like 1st,
And
2nd, 3rd, like
you can
2nd,
talk to each
3rd,
other about
5th,
the order.
7th, then we can remember the order.
Or we could put a number to each one of us, like Malthior's 1, Benedet's 2, Talum 3, Krieg 4, Arya 5, and that way you can, because your brain can remember like 9 numbers at once. I learned that in school.
I have a -1 modifier.
Your
I don't
30
know if I can.
seconds have passed, champions.
I like your idea. I think we should
That's a
just
good idea.
remember what number in the sequence.
I'll try it again. Your 30 seconds have passed, champions.
1, 2, 3.
You will now
4,
turn
5.
and face the screens. The order will proceed once. And then you'll have a decision to make.
That's me.
All right, champions.
I don't think I showed up once.
I was
Now-
2nd.
First.
Oh, sorry, Galvor.
Here's your decision. You may make an attempt right now, or you may see this sequence one more time. If you make an attempt right now, it will not count against you. But if you make an attempt right now and you're successful, this second viewing that you have could be banked for a future round.
I should give it a try.
Do you think we could try?
Let's try it.
All right.
Let's give it a shot.
All right. Now, if you please,
Trying not to block you.
you are
Citizens, I
trying
love
to
you.
win the affections and the trust of this dog. Hence, we need you to kneel in a non-threatening position, as body language is very important to canines.
Brilliant.
Don't
That'll let me
think
see
mine
the
showed up
screens.
once.
Nice.
Although obviously I've committed the order to memory.
Obviously.
You must
I
face
see.
forward.
No
as the sequence
cheating,
will be
champions.
Shown behind you.
I am the Hellhound of Justice.
Okay.
I approve.
Champions, you've successfully passed round 1, and you have also banked an extra view. The sequence will now receive 2 additional images. You may turn and watch as the sequence plays again.
Okay.
Turn and kneel. Unless you wish to use your second viewing.
You're gonna get your fingers bit, mate.
Who's a good boy?
Right, shall we?
The third sequence. No desire to use the second viewing. Very well.
Right.
Champions, the fourth sequence you must continue because if you do not please the Hellhound, he will breathe fire.
Oh,
Oh, good.
that would have been nice to know at the beginning.
Is that
Only
one
the
count?
ones with barks count.
All right.
Kind of throwing us for a loop there.
Found a new calling in life.
Final round. Turn around. Champions, I am in awe.
I'm not going to breathe fire on them at all. This is a ripoff.
We got this. We got this.
I just had to. I'm sorry.
I've never felt so robbed by a hex challenge.
Oh,
I didn't get to hurt them at all.
I think they're quite
Playana has decreed. All of you receive 10 hit points for an exceptionally well done performance.
That's what comes from being a dog person. And I would like to cast Mage Hand, give my Mage Hand one of my rations, and feed it to the pooch.
He approaches, eats it gratefully,
Boy.
and using his head,
Yeah, right.
tosses you the keys to the cell.
Yeah, over there.
I want. I also want to. See, I would also like to cast my Mage Hand once more, no skin. It's going to take one of my butterfly eggs, and it's also going to throw it at the pooch. Oh.
Yay! Oh.
I thought it was
Jack,
cute.
you know,
Yes.
two things.
was.
One,
I think you
didn't mean it.
connected.
I know
Thank
you're the
you.
third
I
best
love
looking
your
in the party.
hair, by the way.
And two,
you.
I think I'm trying
Yes, they've
too hard
hatched.
with
They've
Dahlia.
finally
You think
hatched.
so?
I've been waiting all
Doing
week.
okay. What do you think?
Maybe take a breath, play it cool. You know, you're sweating like
I'm sweating a lot right now.
crazy. It's like drenching me.
And I've thrown up
Smoke
like
over.
3 times.
Yeah, you can't have anything in your stomach anymore. Just take it easy, all right? No, it's fine.
All right.
So these are butterfly eggs.
Oh, yes, of
This
course.
is my shiny water,
Shiny one.
my pieces of iron, my
Champions,
little people.
as you make your way out of your cell, no longer with your gnome guides to convey you, you begin to take steps further into the keep when a tiny hooded figure, the same size roughly as your companions from before, appears from behind a pillar and says, "You must follow me now, or none of us will make it out of here alive."
Absolutely.
May I insight check this
Insight check.
individual?
It's a high DC for a shadowy figure. Make your insight check.
I'll take it, you know.
5.
That is a 13 plus nothing. 13.
13. Hard to tell with a shadowy figure.
Right.
Right.
It was worth a shot.
Ask questions later. Let's get out of here now.
let's probably go.
Quietly.
Come along.
Absolutely.
Come along.
Yes, yes.
She leads you down what appears to be a hidden passage, which she claims was a servant corridor. And she leads you to an exterior window. She pushes the window open and steps out, seemingly into the air, standing on nothing. And she turns and gestures to you. Come along.
I really don't like heights.
I'm going to cast me Mage Hand and see if I can find any purchase with it.
It finds resistance.
Feels solid.
I just go right on that.
I follow Booball.
Right.
No,
follow
I'm
Dag.
not. I'm
Hey.
not doing this.
It's all right.
Okay, okay,
Hey, look. It's solid. Yeah.
okay. I'll step out.
Zeg, what did we say about not trying so hard?
No, you're right.
What?
Right.
As you step out
Okay.
I don't know.
into the air,
I'm overthinking everything.
your feet find purchase.
This is so.
Your guide beckons you along. Quickly now, quickly. And you're conveyed off and around the side of the volcano. Don't worry, it's old gnome magic. Everything's going to be all right.
Yes, that sounds good. I'm going to, just to be on the safe side, have my hand on my rope and my grappling hook, just in case.
All right. She turns and says, "Here, this should help." Jacquino, I believe you were in front of the line.
Yes.
She reaches up gently, allowing you to prevent her from touching you, as she puts her thumbs over your eyes and rubs so gently. And as she takes her hands away, you turn and see glass under your feet that you couldn't see before. And you see in the distance ahead of you a castle that appears to be made of the same glass. She allows you to pass her, and she turns one at a time, gently rubbing your eyes. And as she takes her hands away, you can see this path laying before you, going to this mysterious glass city. Barkeep, how are the keys?
They need to recharge, Galivor. I'm sorry.
Before we go, may I open the boon store one more time?
You may.
I would like to purchase a 3rd level spell slot because I've been burning them.
All right. Chantilly spends 400 boons to recover a 3rd level spell slot.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Barkeep, please bring our champions home.
I'm closing the channels.
Oh, no, no, no,
dear.
no.
Ladies and gentlemen, our courageous champions.
Barkeep, thank you. Champions, thank you for your bravery. Thank you for your service. I believe we need to take some rest.
Please.
But, Barkeep, will you please collect their sigils?
Champions, one at a time, please present your sigils to me. To do to the citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackano from Malthior. Tilly from Veneda. Bubal from Talib.
Well, yeah.
Dig from Krieg. And Delia from Aria. And of course, our incredible Hexmaster, Galivor. Once again, citizens, you have seen the incredible things our champions can do. You have also seen the forces that they are up against. So once again, we thank you for your presence, your faith, your boons, and we ask that you will join us in the future as once again we enter the Hex!